Lowe here today with All About Milton. Today we're sitting with District 5 candidate Joe Longoria. Joe, thanks for coming to see us today.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Tim.
And not a problem. As a lot of folks know, we always have 3 questions. These questions are the same for all the candidates. They have not been given these questions prior, so this is the first time they're hearing them. You probably have heard them from some of the other videos we've done, but this is his first time we're hearing them. First question, Joe, is this. With the Fulton County growth projections for Milton, how do you see Milton absorbing the population growth, service demands, and infrastructure needs to accommodate that growth?
Well, that's a great question, number one, but to get to the answer to that question, there's only so much we can do, okay? We can't absorb growth that we don't have the facilities for. And when I say facilities, just the housing infrastructure that exists in Milton today. So there's so many homes that right now, and unfortunately, there's more homes for sale now than there were a year ago, but there's only so many homes for sale. There's only so many condominiums that you can choose from in Milton. There's only so many apartments that you can choose from in Milton. So absorption can only go to the extent that we have available space to provide for people. I think Milton is blessed in that there is a large amount of property that exists in the city. But as our mission statement states, we're embracing a rural character. So our ability to, let's say, plan for or maybe go beyond where we are in terms of any kind of absorption would be only to the extent that the city allows that growth to take place within the housing infrastructure that exists. So in order for us to support Fulton, I think that there needs to be some, real thought put into that concept. I think that there probably is a bit of a need right now in terms of preparing for something that may be coming down the line, but I think that's something that is certainly one of the bigger issues that face us in the next 4 years. And again, great question.
Thank you. Good. Number 2, what is your vision of Milton in 5, 10, and 15 years?
Okay, again, good question. Milton, for me, is about diversity. It's about different aspects of the community. I grew up in Dallas, Texas, in a particular area where you could drive for 10, 15 miles in any direction and never get out of basically was, subdivision after subdivision after subdivision. We're very lucky in Milton in that you can drive 3 miles from my house and be out in the middle of nowhere. You can drive 3 miles in the other direction and be in the middle of a commercial development that has office space and is supporting commerce. So we're very, very diverse from that point of view. So in the 5-year period, what I really see happening is helping shape what we really want to have happen for Milton in order to support growth that would take place 10 or 15 years down the road. Because I think right now, we're a new city. We're just now getting a chance to look at some of these issues. And I don't think that even though we do have a lot of planning going on, I mean, there are a lot of people spending a lot of time thinking about this particular subject. I think we need to think about it in terms of how we balance the rural character with the ability to grow and expand and keep infrastructure available and keep revenue where we need it to support the expenses that come along with that. So from a 5-year point of view, I would say that planning is key and making some tough decisions in the next 1 or 2 years to support that planning over that 5-year period. But really, once you get out from 5 years, I guarantee you what we think of now as the boundaries of Atlanta, the Atlanta Metroplex area is going to go way beyond where we are now. I mean, coming right now, for me, is a 5-mile drive up the road. And we're just going to keep going up Highway 9. It's going to have more and more and more development. And Milton already is captured by that development. So we need to understand how to make use of that situation. How do we capitalize on the fact that that's where we are? So 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, it'll be the planning that we do in that first 5 years that enables us to either capitalize on our mission statement and capitalize on the character that we want the city to have, or, you know, accidentally let go of the reins and have that sort of be out of our hands. So, again, a great question, and it's one of those things that, you know, I'm most concerned about.
Okay, I appreciate it. Final question, Mr. Longoria. Why are you a better choice than your opponent?
Okay, well, I tell you, that's a fair question, and it's something that every candidate needs to be able to answer. I don't want to make this campaign about me versus my opponent. That's really not what I'm about. I want to show the people the positive aspects of what I bring to the table. I want the decision to be for Joe Longoria and not against someone else. So I wouldn't necessarily sit here and try to do a side-by-side comparison of myself or Tina. I know Tina. We've met several times, and you know, she has supported the Crooked Creek subdivision where I come from on numerous occasions, and to the extent that she's been in the city council. So I'm not going to, you know, tear down what she's done for us. I really appreciate all the hard work that she's put in there. But I can tell you, this campaign is going to be about me, from my point of view, and what I bring to the table, what I can offer, my depth of experience, not only in volunteer organizations and in supporting the community, but also from a business point of view. So people are going to get to know me. Quite a few people know me now. I mean, Crooked Creek is a very large subdivision. You know, in our district, it's over 50% of the population. So, you know, it's a huge advantage to be from Crooked Creek if you're running in District 5. And, you know, and so I'm going to capitalize on that. But, you know, we're elected at large, so it doesn't matter if you're well known in District 5. If no one knows you in District 1, you're in some kind of trouble. So as this campaign moves forward and as we get the word out, people are going to come to understand what Joe Longoria is about, why I'm running, you know, what interests I have, why I am a good choice. And you know, the campaign for us is all about a clear vision and a clear choice, and that's what Joe Longoria is about.
Okay, great. Joe, we appreciate you coming in today and seeing us. If you wouldn't mind to share to folks out there the best way to reach you if they have questions about your campaign.
Sure. Well, first of all, let me give you some telephone numbers. My home phone is 770-360-9940. My cell phone, which is usually the best way to get in touch with me, is 770-634-0080. You can reach me via email at joe4milton, and that's a number 4, so joe4milton@gmail.com. And I also have a group on Facebook, so if you guys are Facebook fanatics, you can look up Joe Longoria for Milton City Council. That's a group where we keep some information published. And finally, if you're a Twitter fan, it's Joe for Milton is my handle on Twitter. So feel free to follow me. All of that is going to see quite a bit of activity in the coming months, so or in the coming month, I should say.
Yes.
And so I just want to thank you, Tim, for this.